What is happening, my YouTube family? Of course, it is your boy B New. I'm coming at you on this Tuesday. And first and foremost, as always, want to send out positive vibrations and blessings to anybody who could be listening. Now, with all that being said, we all know that the Los Angeles Lakers were in action on yesterday on the second night of a back-to-back, taking on none other than the Orlando Magic. And I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But first, I want to just briefly touch on it. We may do a whole nother video later. It's been a very pressing day, so my apologies for posting late once again. But James Harden, as we all know, the trade was made official at around 2 or 3 a.m. Shams just could not wait to break this news to let us know that the owners had stepped in and agreed in principle to send James Harden from Philadelphia to the crosstown rivals of the Lakers, the Los Angeles Clippers, in exchange for future draft pick compensation and the likes of a Marcus Morris, Nicholas Batum, I think, trying to think who else it was, some players that weren't too good. But at the end of the day, PJ Tucker was unloaded. I think he'll be a help for the Clippers in a way as far as on the defensive end. On the offensive end, you can kind of float off of him and you won't really have to play a whole lot of defense. So I don't know how much of a help he'll be. But my biggest takeaway from the trade is James Harden and Russell Westbrook back on the same team again. We know they played together in OKC. We know they played together in Houston. We know that James Harden is a ball-dominant guard, and so is Russell Westbrook. So not how well that'll work with both of them being on the floor together. Maybe Russell Westbrook will be relegated to the bench. We saw how that worked for the Lakers, so I'm not sure, if that could work for the Clippers. I think so. That'll be a powerful punch to come off the bench if they can make it work. And I think Russell Westbrook wouldn't have a problem in doing so, because it's the difference between coming off the bench behind James Harden, who led the league in assists last year, and coming off the bench behind Schroeder. It's a big difference. So, and not only that, we all know that James Harden and Russell Westbrook are great friends. Russell Westbrook even gifted James Harden like a $400,000 watch for his birthday on last year. So, hey, that's a lot of love. But anyway, we're not going to talk too much about that. I just want to briefly touch on it. We can break down more about it soon. We know the Lakers have a matchup with the Clippers, I believe, on Wednesday. I don't know if James Harden will be available that game because, players have to clear physicals and things of that nature in order to go play for another team. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I know a lot of people are picking the Clippers now. The Clippers did bolt out as the favorites now over the Denver Nuggets in most betting arenas to be the all-out favorites, because now you have 4 Hall of Famers, potential Hall of Famers on one team, and that of Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. Zubac plays pretty good defense. You got 2 good wing defenders in Kawhi and that of Paul George. The problem is, can they stay healthy? All of them are a little bit over their prime, in my opinion. They're probably one of the oldest teams in the NBA at this point. We saw how that worked out for the Lakers, but let's see if they can make it work. If any coach could do it, I have faith in Lou, so we'll see. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So the Lakers were on the second night of a back-to-back, taking on none other than the Orlando Magic, a very young Orlando Magic team. And before the game, I saw the Lakers were favored at -4.5. I did not take that bet. I said, I think the Lakers are going to pull out a close one. And lo and behold, I was right. I had people telling me, no, you need to go ahead and do it. I said, no, I'll take the Lakers in the straight up. And for a moment, I thought they were going to let that slip away, because the Lakers, Orlando Magic is a young team. The Lakers was coming off the second night of a back-to-back, especially that of LeBron James playing 39 minutes the night before in an overtime game that they ultimately gave up, I believe, to the Sacramento Kings. If you haven't done so, go check out my breakdown of the Lakers and Sacramento game. Made some very interesting points in regards to D'Angelo Russell. But let me tell you what, D'Angelo Russell must have listened to my video yesterday and heard my critiquing of him. I haven't changed a whole lot my opinion for D'Angelo Russell, because just because he had a great game, when D'Angelo Russell goes against athletic guards is when he tends to have some issues. So on yesterday, D'Angelo Russell actually had a good game, 28 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. The 8 assists were nice looks. I mean, one look at the beginning of the game and no look. I mean, great passes, oops, throughout the game. He had a steal, he had a block, man, he had a dunk where he actually got up and dunked on somebody. I didn't even know D'Lo had ups like that. Shot 10 out of 14, 71%, 3 out of 6 from 3, and was a +7 on the floor. So if he can continue to do that, now I said in the preseason he looked like a different D'Angelo Russell. He was knocking down threes consistently. I think he shot like 65, 70% from 3 in the preseason, but hey, that is the preseason. So let's see what he can do in the regular season, but he did have a great game. Austin Reeves, not so much. Austin Reeves has not been looking good early on in the season. I know they've been putting a scouting report on him. Let's just see, if he can have the same success as he did last year. Last year, he was looking like a 90, 50, like he was going to hit 90% from free throw, 50% from the field goal range, and 40% from 3. But this year, not even close. Like on yesterday, he was only 1 out of 4 from 3 for 25%. The game before that, I think he shot like 1 out of 12 from the floor. That wasn't good. But on yesterday, he did have 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shot only 5 out of 12, which is 42%. So still under 50% for Austin Reeves. And I noticed in the lineup last night in the waning moments of the game, he was not on the floor. The Lakers elected to go with that of D'Angelo Russell, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Christian Wood in the big lineup. So it worked out a whole lot better. And they were playing Gabe Vincent once again, who has actually been playing pretty good on the defensive end. He only hit his first 3 for the first time last night, so we know he'll end up getting that going. Gabe Vincent last night, you got to think about it. He was a +10 on the floor. You only had a few Lakers that were a plus on last night. D'Lo was a +7. Christian Wood was a +12. Gabe Vincent was a +10. So Gabe Vincent, 9 points last night, 4 out of 7, 57%, only 1 out of 3 from 3 at 33%. But I can't speak enough about how well Christian Wood has been playing. He's been cleaning up that defensive glass. He knows that Anthony Davis is going to go for every block. And when he does, he needs to come over from the weak side to help to rebound, because Anthony Davis is no longer in position to clean up the glass when he goes for those blocks like that. And that has actually been working out. And of course, Christian Wood has been making threes the night before against Sacramento. He was 3 from 3 at 100%. Last night, he had a chance to really ice the game where Sacramento wouldn't have had a chance to get that last shot. But he missed the 3 because LeBron broke down the defense. He had already pointed to him and knew, and he kicked it back out to him for almost a wide open 3. It was somewhat contested. They ran out at him. It was a corner 3 that I actually thought he was going to knock down, but he did not. AD could not gather the rebound, and as a result, the Lakers were only up by, I believe, 1 or 2. What was it? Yeah, they ultimately won by 3. So they were up by 3. Sacramento needed a 3 to go down. Suggs got a great look because of a board that he got. He dribbled right back out to the 3-point line, took the shot, faked. Can't remember who it was. Did he fake Vincent or whoever it was? They flew by. He had a great look at it, man. And I love the emotion that he showed, that Suggs showed after the game. Suggs was everywhere last night. I'm telling y'all what, Jalen Suggs really stepping his game up. I think he was picked 5th overall back in 2021. He wasn't panning out at first, but him and Markel Fultz, maybe this team can do something special. If you look at the Orlando Magic team on yesterday, you're talking about how many players in double figures. Franz Wagner was in double figures, 16. Wendell Carter, he was hitting some open threes. He had 10. Markel Fultz, 14. Suggs, 15. Cole Anthony, 12. And Gary Harris, 17. So you're talking about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in double figures. That is always a recipe for success. And they kept themselves in the game, and they took control of the game in the third quarter, surprisingly. But LeBron James, who I think is going to be a candidate for Clutch Player of the Year, because as we see, he pushed the game to overtime against Sacramento. He came up with clutch shot after clutch shot last night. I think at the 3-minute mark, D'Lo hit a big 3. To kind of bring it close. And then next thing you know, on the next possession, they got a defensive stop. And lo and behold, LeBron James hit a 3 with exactly 2 minutes left to go in the game, putting them up with 2 minutes left. And then, what do you know? Suggs came right back down. Boom, give me a 3, hit it right back, tied the game up. But lo and behold, on the very next possession, D'Lo hit a 3. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So you're talking about 3 threes in a row from the Lakers, then the Magic, then back to the Lakers. And, D'Lo was showing his worth last night, because I'm not going to lie, when he released, I was like, oh, no, what are you doing? Put the ball back in the hands of LeBron James. But he pulled through. He hit that clutch shot, and it was good. And next thing you know, the Lakers were able to hold on for the victory. Now, got to talk about Anthony Davis. Had a monstrous game last night, 26 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists. I'd like to see him get one more rebound to get to 2020, but he wasn't able to do it. He missed a lot of bunny shots. He could have easily had 30 points. All the idiots out there talking about how AD is carrying LeBron. He should be carrying LeBron. What are y'all talking about? This man is 38, pushing 39 years old, in year 21, on the second night of a back-to-back, dealing with tendonitis in the ankle that was listed on the report last night. So at the end of the day, LeBron James started off very poorly. He only shot 7 out of 17. Down there didn't make it to double digits until the fourth quarter. He had like 7 or 8 points, but of course, turned it on in the fourth quarter, just like he did against Phoenix, against the Kevin Durant game. And he finished, he hit a couple threes down the stretch. I want to say LeBron scored maybe 10 points in the fourth quarter, but ultimately he finished with 19 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a couple blocks. He only shot 41%, but he was a +5 in only 32 minutes. So the Lakers were able to limit his minutes. Didn't see Rui Hachimura in the lineup last night because of an eye contusion that he suffered against the Kings. He's day-to-day. Hopefully he'll be back soon, man. But overall, got to give shouts out to Christian Wood, man. Christian Wood, I think if the Lakers, I know Vando is going to be coming out, but I think Christian Wood has solidified himself, especially in the short rotation. If you go to an 8 or 9 man rotation in the playoffs, got to have that of Christian Wood and Vando. Austin Reeves, I'm starting to lose confidence in you. I know you've been a good player. You've been able to create and get downhill and break down defenses. Just need to see you finish a little bit better. The referee's swallowing their whistle for you a little bit more this year. They're not going to allow you just to create contact and continue to get to the line. So you need to sharpen up on your shots. But maybe it's still he knocking off a little dust because it takes a little while to get the season going. A lot of people just can't come out hooping and do the things that LeBron James does. But at the end of the day, man, it was a great game. The Lakers did prevail 106-103. It would have been tough if they would have dropped that game and fell to 1-3. But they won the game, and ultimately they're 2-2. Really could be 3-1. I think they gave away that game against Sacramento, considering De'Aaron Fox twisted that ankle and was really hobbling down the stretch. And, of course, Sabonis had fouled out, in that game too, with 6 or 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But anyway, it is what it is. On to the next one. It's a long season. The Lakers, even though, back to the Harden thing, now that Harden has been traded to the Clippers, they're the favorite to come out the West, followed by the Denver Nuggets. So they've taken over the Denver Nuggets as favorite. Then, lo and behold, the Golden State Warriors at number 3 and the Los Angeles Lakers at number 4. But guess what? We gonna see. We gonna see. So anyway, man, this is your boy B New. As always, if you haven't done so already, hit that bell, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And as always, man, right on to the real, and much love to these haters. I'm out.